Take a while.
It's never been the same since disappearing brick by brick. All of my precious gift, we ain't living. We ain't living.
The Harlem landscape, cancered by glass towers metastasizing. Every morning I walk to work through uptown zip codes tumored with condominiums. Picture the Amsterdam News, the latest spot to stop for fast food. Our historic birthplaces devoured like items on the dollar menu. High-priced properties now shrink mosques where Malcolm X once preached down to novelty size. Who will speak toppling words into these towers? These streets, the housing market's latest attraction. Real estate agencies multiplying like termites, eating the renaissance from inside Harlem, grain by grit. Hammering cranes, drowning out the sounds of African drum circles, decades in rotation. But our music, labeled as noise pollution by cleaner colonists, these blocks of our birth right now reeking with the stench of dog feces I've yet to see white residents fined for. Tourists pile in flesh-red bus boxes as if Harlem is some fucking urban safari. Safely box themselves in while documenting their excursion, pull cameras from purses, plotting on which abandoned building to purchase this institutionalized bigotry.
It's never been the same since disappearing brick by brick. All of my precious gift, we ain't living. It's never been the same since
Harlem, the next decaying frontier to be forged. The black heart of urban darkness, neo-pioneers duck in cabs to avoid. Inventions of cultural poverty coffins deadening our grip on this lineage-laced foundation. At a community board meeting discussing the displacement of our history, a woman desperately asks, what gives new building owners the right to hold my family's home hostage? Demanding a $500 rent increase as ransom if she wants to see the walls of her apartment again. Nudging her 3-year-old son's shoulders forward, he stumbles on words asking, let us stay in our apartment, please. Begging before he grows any manhood to swallow, their pleas relegated to dissipating echoes of the poor already forgotten by some local politician spitting self-serving rhetoric, part of this neo-Harlem already in his pockets. To evade being the next target, some Harlem restaurants have salted their waiting staff with white faces. Black-owned businesses now catering to the newly anticipated residential market. Harlem, a dark-bodied tapestry whipped with holes. The holes there is not enough prayer or public apology to patch. What will our descendants call this forced migration? Soon to be bought on trumped-up property charges. And the police seem to be white on time, early at gentrification requests. Racial profiling to aid in the renovation of a history without its people, setting up search tables in 116th Street subway stations littered with public school pupils. Claim they're on cleanup duty. Call themselves serving the community during after-school hours. I shudder, anger stuck, wondering how many adolescents who look like my students we probed for arrestable behavior. Even school teachers labeled as unwanted with public searches. Some cop had the nerve to push his prongs through my bag as if my fitted blouse and pressed slack matched some suspicious description he was mandated to profile. All for the sake of realtor investments, I watched 2 black kids in the midst of making memory lane, snatched up by a patrol cop, assaulted off a children's bike for not being law-abiding enough about riding on sidewalks. This institutionalized bigotry.
it's never been the same since disappearing brick by brick. All of my precious gift, we ain't living. I heard on the news today, they're taking us out of our zone, our heritage, our home, where nomads just roam. It's never been the same since.
Never been the same since.
It's never been the same since. It's never been the same since. It's never been the same since.
From my living room window, I watched squad cars on predatory patrol in public parks named after our heroes. Men of color becoming deer, handcuffed in headlights, paddy wagon out of Marcus Garvey Park like illegals, and once again public spaces become no place for black people. Up and crusty niggas call this the neo-renaissance. But my parkside view wilted by the sight of black bodies strung up from our streets like puppets. The Harlem sun split and bleeding from the blows of construction beams. Its landscape now riddled with so high-level construction sites. Our renaissance, now dismantled, landmarks defaced by for sale signs. Condemned to a nomadic history. Where will we take our children when we want them to remember us? What dilapidated concrete will we have to salvage homes from this time? If this is not a colonizer's occupation, I don't know what is.
We ain't living. We ain't living. Oh yeah, we ain't living. I said we ain't living. Yeah. I said we ain't living. Yeah. We ain't living. Yeah.
We ain't living. If this is not a colonizer's occupation, I don't know what is.